totalt sett cirka 3 timer. Starter herfra, går forbi Polenza. Når vi har gått cirka 13 kilometer. Stopper dere der? Ut fra Polenza, så vil de gjerne at dere går.
Jag har sänkt jag har fått en anbefaling.
Ja, men jag tror bare.
Ja.
Men kanskje 05.
Der vi
Eller
på tur opp til Femenia, der
du kan prøve.
går en liten nedover. Rett før der så det en sånn avkjøring, sånn turiststi eller et eller annet. Der blir det terskel.
Det blir måling.
Nei, det blir måling.
Akkurat der blir det terskel.
Det blir måling. Kjelle.
Resten er
Det er fri flyt. Yes. Herlig.
Let's go.
My training philosophy is about having athletes that are independent to make their own decisions. All of the athletes should be challenged so that they can reflect on the decision that we make, and different athletes have different needs, and I try to see that as a coach and work with their positive sides and also the things that they need to develop. It's a bit vague answer, but that's I guess that's how it is.
Yes, der 10 minutter først. Og så det cirka 10 minutter på andre. Det blir helt i laktaten, tenker jeg. Det kan være det blir 12, det kan være det blir 8. Eller 7. Eller 13.
Amen.
Det ikke lengden på dragene som så viktig. Så skal kunne gå det her draget i 60 minutter. Den som for høy på laktaten, han må vaske koppene hele samlingen. Det vil jo vaske. Den som for høyt, må ta oppvasken. Hver dag.
Slipper å lage middag.
Nei.
Slipper å lage middag.
Yes.
The biggest wish for me is to help the team to cooperate or work together as best as possible. The reason I wanted to be a coach after my career was that I have a lot of knowledge about skiing, both from skiing myself and also from studying coaching and from studying physiotherapy. Behind it, it's always the wish to help people and to help athletes achieve their goals.
Jørgen is a fantastic person. He is a person who do a lot of thing in the team. He's the coach, he's the driver on the training session, he's the technical coach. He's a really fantastic person for the group, and that we see on the results list.
Jørgen is really calm, and it can you can think that he don't have any control at all, but he knows all the little things that you have said to him. So yeah, it's a really good coach and can see everybody really well.
I will describe him as a coach I will call him balanced. He's not too aggressive on any things, but he's tough when he has to be.
Velkommen neste mann, ja.
Var det solid?
Hva klarte du det?
Anniken.
Det var fint. Det var rapt.
Så jævlig fint.
Tatt på deg Senja-buksene.
Yes, neste mann.
Ja, jeg gjør det. Ingenting å gå på. Men det ble ikke oppvask heller.
2 years of really good training and system with the whole team. And I mean, not just us athletes, but the waxers, the testers, the coaches, everything is like the whole group we've just been building that for so many years from the start when, for 3-4 years ago when Eddie, Ida and Anton started, and also the year after me, Ole and Kjell and Hanna came in. I think like the process of building the group has been like steady going upwards all the time. So I think a lot clicked last year, and hopefully it can stay up there.
it's amazing to see it this year because a lot have happened since last year. The speed is higher, everyone's a little bit more focused. In this team, it's sort of an unsecured team that's grown into a secure, positive, just hardcore team. So it's really incredible to be part of that huge improvement everyone has been doing, and it's been incredible to see it.
The team, it means a lot. We are a good group with and training hard, and yeah, it's I'm honored to be a part of it.
The big names are out there. She is one of them. Powerful performance. All is pushing here, Team Engcon athlete.
What a race for Team Engcon.
It's got to be Anniken Gjerde and Team Engcon.
Another emotional victory med Anniken Gjerde Alnäs.
Bruno for the first time for the win. It's Classic with a tiny margin.
Engcon, Ole, Jürgen, Bruno.
Winner of it overall, the new king.
The new king, indeed. The champion on the women's side, the best athlete of the whole season, being stronger than the others.
Last season was really fun. It was fun racing from the start to the end, and to top everything with the yellow bib was really fun. I didn't expect it, but I hoped that I could manage to bring the yellow bib home, but it wasn't a goal in the first place, more of a dream. After a season like that, the motivation is on top still. You just want to continue on everything that has been done.
It was really cool to fight with your teammates because we had an open role, everybody, and fighted together, and it was just in the last weekend that we got 1, 2 and 3rd in the standings. So before the last weekend, Amund was leading and Ole was 2nd or 3rd and I was 5th. So it was just a good last weekend that got everybody up in 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we're open and we're giving each other opportunities if we can. But it was a tough fight, and Ole was super strong, especially in March last year. He was untouchable, so deserved win for him.
My strength is not necessarily that I have anything that I'm really good at, but overall I don't have any real disadvantages against everything. During a long races, when you have uphills and downhills and flats and high speeds and a sprint at the end, I doesn't get punished in any areas.
And I don't think so many know so much about you. Can you describe yourself as a person?
Nej. Nej. Verste spørsmål å få det. I'm considering myself a normal person that likes skiing and is very grateful to have this as a full-time job.
Yes, I was surprised. We were not expecting to do that well. I think some of the athletes for sure and some of the support team maybe expects very good results, since we had good results last year, and it could be tough to be happy with something that is good but maybe not as good as last year. I think that's maybe the biggest challenge, that we need to understand that hard to be in a position that everyone expects you to perform at the top level every time, and that will be a challenge and a new situation for the team now this season. It's hard to say how many wins we will have. I don't know how many we had last year, but if we can have 2 or 3 wins, I'm happy.
How many wins do you think Team Engcon will take this winter?
A lot, probably half of them. Yeah. For this winter, I think we're probably going to win half of the races, at least.
Nei, det er jeg som er ernæringsrådgiver, så de er ikke så kresen heldigvis, så stort sett så er basisvarer greit nok. Mye som er viktig med mat, det er ikke noe tvil om. Det er nok en av de tingene som kommer til å forandre seg mest, skal jeg gisse, de neste 10 årene. Foreløpig så er det sånn noenlunde variert, og nok med karbohydrater. Så vi dekker behovet. At vi har litt smak på det når vi skal spise mye.
My role in Team Engcon is to have a nice training year for myself and do a good job for to the rest of my teammates. But in the winter, I think my role is to do a hard race and help my teammates to get podiums.
Og så stod jeg lagen en gel da. Ja. 30, 90, 120.
Jo, men 23,1, det er bare å ta ut.
Ja.
Sånn sett er det fint for deg.
Ja, det er veldig liten.
Ja. If we go to last summer, you had a bad accident. Can you tell us about that?
I got hit by a car and I fractured my kneecap in 1,000 pieces. And it will never be the same again. It looks pretty good on the outside, but it's not. Most likely be struggling with it through my entire life. If it's one thing that's good with long distance, is that's probably the one thing I can do. Double pulling is great for a bad knee, and I'm lucky to do the sport I'm into right now. From being at the point in life like, okay, I'm done, I don't think I should do this anymore, or am I even capable of doing it anymore, to be like, okay, we could try, and then you don't expect anything. So it's, from that side, it's kind of easy to say that I went to the start line every time being like, okay, I'm happy to just be here.
Oh, it's massively impressive, I would say. In the start, only a question to get into everyday living, and then gradually working with her endurance, and then gradually late in November trying to come to the snow and put the skis on her feet, and just in time to Badigarstein she was ready to compete, and it was, if the season started in November it would not have happened, but since it was in December it was just in time to be in a good position.
The mental side of that is a lot of relief, because you're just there and no one expects anything of you. It's a lot of things from past season I can't really describe. It's just like mind-blowing, and I'm like, okay, that happened. On to the next one, kind of. It was a huge relief just being, I think I gained a lot of confidence from that weekend, being just that, okay, it feels safe to ski, it feels fast to ski, and it feels good. And I think I lived through that the whole season, that it was just a lot of fun and a lot of joy. And I came back and I was just happy about that, and nothing else mattered, really. Small things can do a lot of impact on your body, like all of the rehab, I always felt like I'm not training enough, which kind of got back to me this year, where I've been pushing a little bit of more hours, but my body is still not really there that it could cope with all of the hours. I still need a lot of rehab. I think like quality is the key to most things. It was a lot of quality in everything I did last year. If I went on the ski erg or the treadmill, or if I did rehab, everything was pretty decent and pretty good. I never had any really bad day besides my knee. If you look at the just the numbers of the training, it was pretty good, besides trying to cope with the knee thing, just putting that aside. So quality is the key to everything. Much of the part of being happy to be outside, happy to be on the course, and happy to just be able to do it. I think I carried that with me the whole year, and also made it a little bit easier, because you need to have fun, otherwise I don't think you would improve or have the results you want.
Yeah, she knows that's very good.
Talk about the performance. Really touched by her performance.
That is some performance.
Greeted by Hanna Lodin. She's been in a car accident. The car hit her this summer and her knee shattered. I mean, such an impressive performance.
That's an amazing story to come back and do that.
Jeg må ikke filme meg.
Jeg tror du skal snota den her från oss. Kan skicka den här till Trädal. Passet.
Det här är så fotbollsuppvärmning.
Det är kul fan då.
Men det är bra för.
Men det liksom drar.
Nej, det är special för den.
Ja. Gånger nog att vi ska
I think I was 20 years old when I tried to start my skiing career. I did öppet spår, that is the same as Vasaloppet, but and not a competition. And then I just got the idea that try to only get as good as possible in cross-country skiing.
Det är grymt, Hanna! Underbart, Hanna! Det är suveränt! 7 kilometer ner för den, kom igen!
Skiing was just so cool and just so fun. Yeah, it was just a quite weird idea, but I don't know how I ended up there. But I'm very glad that I tried, and now I'm here, which is crazy. Yeah. I have only been my own coach and just looked on other people how they have done, and yeah, try to learn from others. But still, it's I have been my own coach, kind of that, yeah.
And what has been the hardest thing to learn when you started so late?
I would say that it's the slopes downhill with curves and so on, because it's more than just techniques or high good capacity. It's more like, you know, if you haven't been skiing when you were small, you have a lot of more respect for high speeds and so on, and that's something I'm still struggling with.
This season you took your first podium.
Yeah, that day in Jizerska was crazy. I mean, even on the boys' side. But I had a really good feeling from start, and I felt strong. And yeah, my focus was to help Anniken to win, and that was the first thing that she said in the morning. That I really want to win today. But that I also went on the podium was, yeah, it was crazy.
My season was quite stable, and no really good results and no really bad results. So yeah, a lot of points each weekend, and my podium in Lavanosta was really fun.
Very, very good race from the Engcon skier. He goes into third place, Johan Kjelle.
The first podium in Diagonella in like a real long distance race, I think was a moment I knew that, okay, I can be up there and I can win. Yeah, the dream race to win for me, I think I would say Marcialonga. I have to be a little bit stronger the last 500 meters, and so the final climb is obviously important, so I have to be a little bit stronger. The goal for next season is to be at top level and from end of January, and be top shape for Marcialonga, Vasan and Birken. I think all of us really have those three as the main goals.
Det gikk dårlig sist vi hadde 10 minutter her, var det ikke?
On how to build a ski classic team, I would say that I'm fairly new to the game, and I think I'm gaining experience every camp and every month. But I think, of course, it's important to have an athlete that can perform well in every situation. And in that term, I think we're a bit lucky that we have it. Both that can do high sprints, high speed, and the more tougher races when conditions get slow and tough. So it's very important that you have a good system for the skis. Without good skis, you can't perform at top level. So have everyone in the waxing truck to work in the same direction is crucial. Går det bra?
Jeg bare trenger litt til.
Ja, ja.
Å, fy faen.
Gjør akkurat det du kjenner for nå.
Det er bare når jeg ikke har kontroll.
Ja.
Så fikk jeg litt helt panikk i det.
Jeg tenker det er viktigere nå bare å finne råd igjen.
Ja, ja.
It's something triggers in my head, and then I could get panic. But throughout the season last year, we did a lot of good choices by checking out critical parts in the course. So I didn't get them, but I get them easily or easier on roller skis because the injury happened on roller skis, and it's good to have people that helps me with it and understand it, and to understand when it can happen.
Men det er bare at jeg får panikk.
Ikke bare det.
Så vet jeg hva jeg skal gjøre med det. Men jeg klarte ikke å få det til i hodet på en måte.
Den går 10 minutter rolig først, og så starte.
Ja.
Jørgen has been there through the whole rehab, and still with all the training, how to cope with everything, how to train, how to push, how to hold back. The whole team is also really helpful in the way that they understand if I have a bad day due to the knee, or if the mental part is not exactly there. So I feel the whole team has been there to support it all the way through.
As a physio, you want to help people that have tough injuries. It's nothing that's more fun than helping them. And it's not that you want the athletes to get hurt, but when it happens, it's for sure it's interesting to be there and facilitate that she can work with the things that she needs to do to be the best skier. It's nice to hear that she's happy for the support that she got, but she did the work herself.
I dag pasta bolognese. Det blir bra. Nei, det en enkel variant her da, noen snabbvariant. Men de merker ikke noe forskjell da. Så I dag jeg og Anvin som kokka. Så når man udugelig, så får man litt hjelp, da kommer det folk til. Koker pasta til 12 her, så det vanskelig.
Jørgen helped me to find my way, how I should train. And technical, he's really good. I have a lot of high speed on the flat, but I need to train more to double pull the uphill.
Nei, men jeg synes det mye bedre.
Ja, det begynte å skje nå.
I setet kommer du tettere på. Tett på staven med tyngdepunktet. Har du albuene I en mye bedre posisjon her nå, som gjør at du klarer å stå imot med magerygg. Så det har skjedd nå absolutt. Synes jeg da litt mye det der at du skal gjøre så mye tidlig her da. Liksom opp og så veldig mye fall her, som gjør at det blir litt mye innsats, synes jeg.
Jeg reiser meg for mye med tanke på fart og innsats.
Ja, med tanke på en måte
for tidlig også, forresten.
Den hastigheten vi har her, så tenker jeg at du kan være litt mer forsiktig på labben I setet. Liksom, litt roligere I setet.
Blir for en ventepause ganske rak kropp, eller? Det, og så skal vi være mer stå på helt fot og falle fremover. Det man kan konkludere med.
Ja. I would say it's about looking at the things that you want to improve, have a clear plan, how to fix it and how to work with it. And sometimes you can do good progress, sometimes you get stuck in the mud for a bit, and then it's good to have a team that can help you and can have different reflections on how to work with the task or the things that you need to improve. So yeah, have a clear plan on for the next session, how to work with it.
Bruvalitet? Nei, det jo en jævla bra fall fremover og fin posisjon her. Litt grann høyere kunne jo hatt det I det staven går I da.
Han løfter jo mye her, men han gjør det I rett tidspunkt. Så det ikke bortkastet. Det det han kan si.
Du ser staven ordentlig I bakken når hæren begynner å gå.
Når hæren går mot bakken, ja.
Litt tidlig strekk på ofte.
Hva tenker du på for å komme I den posisjonen på en måte, med det hele løftet?
Det egentlig armene og overkroppen. At det timet fra start. At begge delene snur på rett plass på bunnpunkt.
Føler du at man egentlig ikke skal tenke så mye på det? Nei. Det skal egentlig bare komme at du frempå, liksom.
Du treffer liksom når du I lufta. Det det jo ikke så veldig mange som gjør.
Da tenker jeg at det det siste jeg skal gjøre. Du nesten på det høyeste punktet, og så kommer herløftet. Bra tips. Kjenner at det to forskjellige ting du gjør. De fleste gjør alt det en gang.
Ja, det jo mest bra, skulle du si.
Jeg vet ikke om du kjenner at du oppe på høyeste punkt, og så skal du til å sette I setet. Da løfter jeg da.
Men da må det jo være posisjon med armene da.
Ja, du skal nærmest være klar til å gjøre I setet.
Ja.
Og så løfter jeg da.
Det henne vanskelig, ja.
Beste vanskelig.
Bra dag I dag, absolutt. God gjennomføring. Litt mye som skjedde på veien der en periode, så vi får lære av det. Så det løpetur I morgen. Løper en runde ut på spissen av øya. 19 kilometer, cirka. Det ganske mye høydemeter. Det skal ikke være noen racertempo I morgen. Fjelltur står det på programmet.
Det er jo 1000 høydemeter.
Ja, det er 1000 høydemeter.
Anne Appelquist Stenseth, 30 år, bor i Trondheim, samboer med Jørgen. Så det er grunnen til at jeg er så heldig å få være med Engcon. Ja, bra gruppe å være i. Tar OL først, og så får vi se.
Der er en klassisk gåbakke. Husk å bruke armene, da. Ikke jævla automatisk.
Appointment in Bergen. Because of that, I arrived here at Mallorca a couple of days later. It was hard to say goodbye to Lager, but it was good to take a new step, new challenges. My last season was a little bit challenging, especially Vasaloppet. When you win Vasaloppet, nothing can compares to that. So the limit to to do it the next season is really high, but I hope that I can be on the top of the podium again. And I did some good races last season too, but it wasn't that great, of course, when you don't win.
Perfekt oppladning for vinteren. Bra läge nu, så är vi redo allihop.
När jag tänker på vintern så tänker jag på tidiga månader. Men ja, det känns långt bort just nu. Men nej, det går fort. En månad igen och så är vi där snart.
Vi ska bara göra de riktiga tingene nå siste månedene, så er vi klare, vi. Skal lide litt snart. Det blir gøy.
Då drar vi igång då dagens pass. 3, 2, 1 och kör!
Lycka till i vinter, Team Engcon!